All right, Aaron, we all good?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Okay. What episode is this? Do we know?
Of the season 4, I think. I don't know.
Season 4, episode something, and we're here with The Burn Notice. Yay!
Those guys suck.
They lived. They died. They exploded on stage.
I did last night.
First
All of
band
that.
with pyro on the... Nah, just playing. And I'm here with Tommy, with Dan, with Joel, with Brittany, and with Jason. The very barely here. Is Jason in the room with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's left of him?
Jason, it's been a long week.
Hard
Fantastic. It was birthday week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Yeah. Hell yeah,
Wednesday.
man. What'd you turn? 25?
I appreciate it.
It was obligatory, man. I had to do it.
45.
45?
Yeah.
45 years young, man.
Mm-hmm.
Still got a whole lot of life in front of you.
Unless he keeps doing this.
He's right.
The Jaeger is calling.
There are a lot of miles. It's not the years, it's the miles.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. Thanks for being able to find it okay. Well, I mean, relatively okay, right? Seems like we always have weird issues. Now, were you guys all using Google?
I was using Waze.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Waze is always
Do
the
you know about
one.
a goat farm?
Yeah, Chloe Beth used Waze when she came out here, and she ended up at a goat farm
I
like
ended
25
up
minutes
on
south.
880, about 15 miles west of here, and all of a sudden, the Waze robot just said, "You have arrived," and it was on a bend on a dirt road where I'm sure I was going to be human trafficking
Yeah, exactly.
victim if I wasn't really fast at Google.
And you were going to be, but you were
Oh, yeah.
fast at Google.
Yeah. So nobody gets their meth bill this month.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, guys.
Well, you guys played 3 awesome songs for us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I got to say, normally, right, I'm not plugged in, right, when we're recording, when we're filming. I usually just have some headphones on, so I'm not getting my ears blown out, whatever. But this is, and Aaron, since we started this, has been like, dude, you can just plug your headphones into the jack. And I'm like, no, I'm fine with it. And this is the very first band I've actually plugged in and listened to you guys do it live instead of like later on when I'm editing. And I'm like, wow, that's what they sounded like. Holy shit.
Sorry about that. So you have to listen to it like more than normal.
No.
We set the bar pretty
No, it
low
was
there.
fantastic. It was awesome. I don't think I had caught you guys live before. I don't think. Although I feel like I'm strangely intimately familiar with the Burn Notice as a brand. But
It's probably through Roz.
it's so okay. But I loved it. It was awesome. It was a brand of rock that doesn't see me here very often. At least not on, I don't know, the Cat or something,
We're old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. How long have you guys, how long has the Burn Notice existed?
I think is it 2 or 3 years?
I think 3.
This January, Lunar New Year, is when we initially met and interviewed each other at the brewery, Tommy and I. This is...
Interviewed each other?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, you got to see...
Are you good enough for me?
Yeah, if
I don't know. Are you good enough for me?
If you can stand the level of suck each person is throwing off.
Right.
It was like, I'm vegan, and I'm like, I'm not. I don't think this is going to work out. He's like, I love beer. I'm like,
Yeah,
right
there
on.
we go.
There we go.
Beer's vegan.
But it survived somehow.
It did, yeah. And then, so we are in the 3rd iteration of the band where the guitarists are the only original members because we're the most important. No,
Whatever help you sleep better.
just life ended up happening, and then we lucked into Brittany and Jason, also at a brewery.
Yeah.
There's
Well, it's where all great ideas
Yeah.
happen,
I guess so, huh?
It's where all great ideas happen. I guess that's how I should have said it. So was it like a kind of a COVID baby? Did you guys have some
Right after COVID,
right after? Okay.
Yeah, it was right after COVID. So
So God, now
I get
my
what
sense of time has been all fucked
But
since
like,
then.
I guess
Yeah.
the original story of how we started is I had a different drummer at the time, and our previous band had called it Quits.
Right on.
And the drummer is a really big fan of like emo pop punk.
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, well, just to not be bored, like let's just start like a nostalgic emo pop punk band. And
Hell
so
yeah.
we started like looking for people, and he was like one of the first people that we brought on as another guitarist. And
So
like,
the real test was whether or not you guys love My Chemical Romance.
yeah, Yeah, pretty much that and like the Get Up Kids, right? Those
Yeah.
are like the two.
Right on.
Yeah, and it just kind of grew from there, and then it went from a lot of like pop punk emo type music, and
Yeah.
then like as we played together, like the music sort of shifted a little bit, and it's still shifting with
Yeah,
the
for sure.
lineup. And
Yeah,
so
constant
it kind of
fusion.
went from something that was just fun to like, oh, like we have a sound now, and
Yeah.
it went from there. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. Well, I'm curious individually where you guys, where your musical roots are coming from. Why don't we? What about? I have a feeling Jason has a lot to
These
say
two
on the
guys
subject.
will blow your mind with their.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you
Yeah.
coming from? What'd you grow up listening to? What was playing on the radio?
That's a lot of questions. What growing up? Which one do I answer? Let's see.
What's your favorite color?
Let's see. Well, I mean, I had the fortunate thing of like both my parents have really cool like taste in music.
Oh yeah, nice.
And mom was like totally into the Beatles, like freaking out. She grew up in LA and like was at LAX when they arrived, and and then
Wow.
snuck into like some compound they were staying in to go
Some
see them.
compound.
Yeah, it was, and she like ate dinner at George Harrison's house, with his parents, and like stole a cufflink from there. Why she only got one, I don't know. She never had a good answer for that, but it wasn't just like rock and roll. They were both into, like, we had these vinyls collection, and it was like a bunch of symphonic and orchestral performances, and there was like Peter and the Wolf, and then like the little Bomba soundtrack and all that, just random anything and everything.
Wow, what a
like-
melting pot.
Yeah, like it's pretty neat. I'm real lucky. And then of course dad's into like more heavier stuff, and so I had that influence too. And they were always cool with me just listening to whatever I wanted to listen to. So
What was the heaviest stuff he was? Well, when you first heard it, you were like, "Whoa!"
well, I actually got he was like into 80s rock and then the newer stuff. He
Some
was cool.
Pentagram.
Some no, like Amon Amarth,
Oh hell yeah!
because he's into the Viking stuff or whatever.
Man, I've seen those videos of them where they're all like on the floor. They have the audience all rowing.
Oh yeah, dude, their shows are amazing. It's a perform. It's not just a basic rock show.
Yeah.
But
Calisthenics too.
you got to know the moves, man. It's like a Rocky Horror Picture Show or something. But I mean, I could go on and on. So Dan and I get to fall in love with each other again and again. Every day.
It's beautiful.
Like what was the other day we were? Oh, I brought up Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum, and not a lot of people. They were a great band, and I think they're doing some new stuff, but. They look at me like a bunch of idiots, but Dan, his eyes.
I got you.
And that, I mean, they're a good example. Like my favorite band probably ever is like Mr. Bungle.
Wow, very
cool. Yes.
Because of all the genre bending that they do, and they go everywhere. And you listen to an album and each one is a completely different
Are
experience.
you a fan of like
Chili peppers. Do you like the chili
King
peppers?
Gizz?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Brittany
I
is-
am.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll get to you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say because genre bending. I mean, they'll do whole albums that are like. I was looking for peasant folklore from
Yeah.
the 1800s. The fucking playing in the background as
Yeah.
people are getting dragged away by the Black Death and everything.
I'm always making him listen to them in the car.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to make me do it. It's a pleasure. It is funny though. I'm like, that's a Tool riff. That's another kind of riff, but it's
Yeah.
all in that like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Just wait till you hear their Slayer album.
Dear God.
You get to but in that same vein, I mean, you get to the John Fogerty level of like everything sounds the same. If you like you can find a comparison for everything.
Oh, it's true.
you know.
I'm not dissing them or Tool at all. Really, that was just like the first. But I mean,
I mean, it's just like in your mind instantly when you're listening, you're like, and then I have to like go back and listen to the other song and be like, what if they did copy this? Huh. It sounds so similar. Wow. Wow, what an influential. And then I go, it's like constantly going back and forth, checking them out. Because it's cool to see how they interact and stuff in the little twisty ways they go.
Oh, they're a great band. It just wasn't one that I had gotten into.
Yeah, right on. Very cool. What about you, Brittany?
Oh, so both my parents are like obsessed with Van Halen, and that's how they like linked up with each other. But my dad plays guitar.
Wow,
and
incredible
was-
origin story right there.
Yeah, he was always playing Van Halen in his little room by himself. Yeah, I mean he could play like Eruption like pretty
Hell yeah.
close. And then my mom was in a band when she was in high school too. So I just grew up
Oh, very cool.
music being just like a big thing
Do you know
in
the
our
name
household.
of the band?
No, I don't.
That's
I
always-
probably
those are always
should
cool
ask
throwbacks.
her.
Get a good plug for your
Yeah.
mom's old band.
It was just a high school band.
Yeah. Okay. Right on.
So, but they were always really encouraging of me being into music. I played in orchestra growing up. I played
Oh, right
viola.
on. Oh, okay.
And I always loved singing, but this is actually I've been in a band before, but this is the first like band that we play originals and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I was in a cover
I was
band.
waiting for you to say real band.
Yeah, I almost, I almost
She's
did.
done it before.
But we were
The
in
R
a
was right there on her lips.
Yeah.
We all saw it.
we were in a cover band before
She's pointing at me.
this. Me and
Oh,
Jason.
Jason.
Me and Jason. Yeah, me and Jason were in a cover
We've
band.
got film. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, there are cameras, aren't there?
But I used to play acoustic shows by myself too.
How long
just-
have you been playing? How long you been playing writing? Just kind of as long as you remember.
I mean, writing, I literally just wrote my first song with this band.
What?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I've never really been a big writer, but I'm trying to
yeah,
be. So.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like a process in place? Do you like to write together? You kind of bring stuff to the table, or is it kind of a combination of both?
Yeah,
Combination.
there's no like set thing. I mean, Tommy and I will write music alone and then record it and send it to our little group thing. And then if nobody hates it, then we'll kind
Yeah.
of flesh it out. But
That's-
nothing ever ends up how it started,
Oh, right, yeah,
which
totally.
is really great and it's really gratifying, especially like with the rhythm section we have. Thank you guys. They change everything so much and it's so much better. So I feel like we don't even have to like write as good of songs anymore.
Why does it sound bad when you say it that way?
They do a lot of the heavy lifting and
Yeah. We don't even have to try. We
Yeah.
just take credit.
yeah, I mean we are
well,
in
isn't
front.
that the definition
Yeah.
of guitarist? I mean, doesn't that what they? No, just playing.
Yes, you got it.
How many guitar players does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Too many.
Just one, but there's going to be 20 or 30 others standing around telling them they can do it better. How many lead singers does it take to screw in a light bulb? Just one. They hold up the bulb into the socket, and then the world revolves around them. And
Oh, boo. Get that guy out of here.
oh, there's more.
What's the bass player version?
I never made one up.
I got it.
I need to make one.
How many bass players does it take to change a light bulb?
Please tell me.
None, because they don't change anything.
Oh, damn.
I got a mic drop.
Is that personal? what
I
about
told you I
uh,
changed my undies, man.
That's it. And only on Wednesdays.
Only when it's church.
After 20 years,
I
you're
was going
allowed
to
to
say the
change
dry
it.
cleaning's done, but yeah, sure. The church. So you're not stinky and God's favorite little boy. What about you, Joel? What are you listening to?
I listen to almost solely true crime podcasts.
Okay, well, you didn't have to be so real with it.
Yeah,
but
not
sure.
because like I enjoy it and I care. I just like people talking to me in the car, and I like to ignore people, so it kind of works out.
How's that translated to music?
I don't know.
He just ignores
It's
us
terrifying.
while we play at him.
That's typically how it works. I mean, musically, I'm the like tragic punk rock kid whose favorite band is still The Clash,
Sure.
and I just listen to.
What's your
everything.
favorite Clash song? Train in Vain.
Oh, God, I really love Lost in the Supermarket. That one kills me. Guns of Brixton is great. What's the song that I had you figure out the drum fill? Oh, that's Guns of Brixton. Yeah.
It's just so good. I couldn't.
Yeah, just like the loud, angry, but like focused anger, I guess, is something that's always moving. My wife listens to nothing but like really passive music.
Oh, okay.
And
Interesting.
I guess in the same way I listen to true crime podcasts, and I can't stand music that doesn't move you.
Like passive in the sense that it's piano, or
No, it's like when you
Lo-fi?
hear it, Abercrombie. Like it's just music that exists for
Well,
the
that
sake of
makes me a little
existing.
depressed.
Yeah. I love her. I love you. I'm sorry. Don't listen to podcasts.
Especially not true crime, unless you want to be more like
Oh, I mean,
Joel.
unless she's going to be featured on one soon when the day Joel disappeared from Bison Tail Studios.
Check for the antifreeze and then Jello.
I also steal waters from our drummer.
One of my
Man, he's
favorite
really
pastimes.
confessing. Everything's coming out on this one.
Sorry.
Perfect. A microphone just brings it out in him, man.
He doesn't need a
Nobody's
microphone.
even pressing you.
It's all. I just call it word vomit. It just
Nobody's
comes
pressing
out.
you right now. We're just
We're
listening.
just enjoying the show. Okay, well, continuing on down the line. What about you, Dan?
Musically, my dad was a drummer, so I grew up with his fascination was swing and big band. So I
Okay,
grew up
all
with
right.
a lot of Benny Goodman Orchestra, Tommy Dorsey, and his favorite rock band was Creedence Clearwater.
Hell yeah.
So
Nice.
Very
grew up on
nice.
Creedence.
So when people say CCR around here, you always like, I love them, and then they're like, cross Canadian ragweed.
Yeah, that's
that-
throws me for a loop.
that-
The old ruse.
that,
As old as it tells. Yeah.
Somebody said,
I feel like those guys are equivalent, though, right?
I mean, in some
Basically.
circles, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. But no, it's gotten me and Aaron a
17
couple
holds
times.
a lot of water.
Yes,
song.
yes, but
They really
yeah,
love that song.
it is bamboozled us a couple times. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Speckled
yeah.
Dorst.
Yes.
My mother's side is man, she loved Elton John and Billy Joel and Paul Simon.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, and I grew up on this particular Phantom of the Opera, album that she had. My brother and I grew up on this album. It's just amazing. It's
Wasn't
like-
even like the official Phantom of the. It was kind
yeah,
of
it
like
was.
a.
It was the London performance when they actually had like all synthesizers.
okay.
It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
totally
cool.
awesome.
And how that? And then you just started. You played drums forever. Just
Played
pretty much?
drums. Yeah. Played drums forever. Clarinet was my first instrument, and I was horrible, awful. Shouldn't play.
Harkens
Yeah.
back to Brittany's viola days.
Wait, did you say clarinet?
Clarinet.
I played clarinet too. I forgot.
Probably better than me. But it was awful experience. And then that's when my dad asked if I had ever thought about drums. Like, I don't know. I'm angry. Might
Did
be
you
fine.
did you start with orchestra kind of drums, like the timpanis
Like-
kind of stuff?
Yeah. So middle school.
Because it's
sixth
always
grade, I was
interesting to
in-
hear
yeah,
about the
yeah.
transition. You know.
Sixth grade, I started learning percussion, right? Concert percussion.
Okay, right on.
So yeah, started out snare drum, timpani, playing the bass drum, etc.
Yeah,
that grew
okay.
into into more jazz. Jazz grew into, punk at the time, and although I'm definitely ashamed to admit that I was in a Blink-182 cover band when I was in
Ashamed?
middle school.
Come on.
Safe space, Dan.
Yeah.
Well.
This is a very safe space for Joel.
I thought,
It's you guys I got to watch out.
but my brother, I have an older brother, and he got me into a lot of music I'm kind of still into nowadays. So
Yeah. Are there any like crazy oddballs in there? Rihanna.
Hey, Rihanna's good
Yeah.
shit.
I love Rihanna.
I think Rihanna's more talented than her music lets on.
Sure.
If that
For
makes sense.
sure.
Sure. We'll come back to you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
You think about it. You think about it.
Yeah, that's hard, Dan. I know.
It's just like too much, too
Put
many
him on
answers
the
all at once.
spot. Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
Man, I saw her live before she blew up, and
really?
she's very talented. She's like extremely
And Billie Eilish.
and Billie Eilish, yeah.
Whoever's writing her bass lines is a monster. He's
I
great.
think that's a
They're
computer.
great. It could be.
AI is a great
MIDI
bass player.
package.
Somebody's got to
Download
Those
program
bass
it.
lines are awesome. Dua Lipa bass lines are cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
yeah. Sorry,
yeah.
I did not specify.
It's very much awesome, like 70s, 80s disco-esque, you know. And I don't know, some people kind of shit on her because that last album was like straight out of the 70s disco kind of thing or whatever. But I thought it was cool. It's
I
like
love that shit.
It's such a bop, you know. But yeah, I saw her, and I go to Bonnaroo every year out in Tennessee, and they always have. Seems like one or two acts. Like, you know, Kendrick Lamar was there in like 2011 or something like that, playing on some little. I wasn't there then, but yeah, I saw Dua Lipa, and I walked by Billie Eilish. Yeah, saw her, and it's like those big festivals. There's like just massive crowds everywhere, so you're kind of like walking between them in like these just like human-made corridors that and so I'm like walking and I hear somebody like singing over on the stage. It was Billie Eilish, and I remember thinking, I have no talent, in terms of like spotting talent. So I was just like, man, she kind of sucks. And I just kept walking.
Never going anywhere.
But that's why I don't. That's why I'm not in a position of I don't know. I'm not a gatekeeper for the recording industry because I'm not. I wouldn't be able to pick them. Sometimes I'm like, those guys aren't good. And then it turns out I wasn't even like really listening to him at all. So I listened to him later. I'm like, those are the same people? Wow, holy shit.
They're actually good.
Yeah. What about you, Tommy? Where are you coming from?
Let's see. I wasn't really influenced at all by my parents. I think my parents listened to like disco.
Perry Como?
So I pretty much kind of discovered music on my own through friends and Napster. Kind of grew up.
Oh, sick! You were destroying entire computers with that LimeWire
destroying
on. Yeah.
Metallica's Pocketbook.
Mars hated you.
Is that South Park episode where he's like, "Now I'll never be able to afford my second pool."
I was there when Lars stormed San Mateo.
Really?
I was young, but I was there.
Oh my god! Wow, there's some crazy historical people part of some crazy historical events in here. Man, that's insane.
Yeah, but pretty much I grew up with hoodlums. And so it was
What is that? So you're a huge Kanye West fan?
It was basically like gangster rap or punk. Like that's all I listened to.
Interesting.
And so I was like the skater kid with blue hair who would like listen to hip hop, but then go skate and listen to punk with like my punk friends.
You played Tony Hawk's Skate Underground 3 like 3,000 hours of that motherfucker? Yeah, hell yeah.
So that was pretty much my high school year, and then I grew up playing the violin as well. So I always had like classical music sort of.
Yeah. That's
in my
interesting.
head.
Most of you guys have like a kind of a classical background.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some bands they do, like me and Aaron, not at all.
do you not?
Not at all. When we were in I think fifth grade or something, it was like the option was presented like, hey, you guys can go to do band, do that kind of thing, or
I did
you can
xylophone for like 2 weeks. Because I wanted to do that. I went for the percussion, and I was like, hell, I'm gonna be a fucking drummer. And they were like, no, you gotta start yelling like on a xylophone, like the pads and shit. And I was like, this is fucking lame.
Yeah. No, I went back to the classroom. I did not continue my
It's too bad you didn't keep up with it. Xylophonists get so much ass.
I mean,
That's the
They're
first
at least 5 spaces above
you don't
bass
have to
players,
convince
that's for
me.
sure.
You
That
know, like,
is a
I could
sentence
see
that's
that
never been
at
uttered
this
until now.
Yeah, I do that.
That's a first time sentence ever.
Quote it, print it, put it on the wall.
Yeah, that's,
Joel
a,
sign
that's a
it.
T-shirt. What attribute it? It's 12:54, March 23rd.
Fantastic.
You heard it here first.
No, man, we hopped on like, God, man, my family, luckily enough, had been lifelong musicians, and my grandpa had this studio, so me and Aaron just kind of fell into being there at times when we were like, oh my God, it's just this easy. You just press a button and it's like,
I can't imagine
you
what
can
it
do-
sound like on the outside.
It was really bad. I mean,
Really
we were just,
fucking bad.
we're like Logic, just like, I'm like, wait a minute, we need it to be louder. Aaron, just put compression on everything. That helps.
Yeah,
And
his uncle was
it
like, his uncle came and was like, you guys got to throw compressors on it shit. That's why it doesn't sound good. So we just compressed the shit out of everything.
yes. And
it was horrible.
that was and then, when like, God, when we were 17, 18, like the high school was like, hey, we're going to do a cover band that plays at basketball games or whatever. And we were like, we are about to fucking destroy the world right now.
This is it. This is our entry.
Yeah, we were like,
so we get
hitting
into it.
Take It Easy and, God, so many other terrible songs.
Titanium.
Yeah, we were just
Whatever the
hitting
fuck
bad
it is.
songs. But the,
Bad shit.
we did,
Not
yeah,
good
we had like
memories.
7 minutes really to like play pretty much at all. And we were like, what if we did the entire Hotel California, like solos and everything? And, no one wants to listen to like
Yeah, that's a rough watch at
Fucking
halftime.
bands are like,
Exactly.
like the fucking players are warming up and shit. And, we're just
and there's
fucking
like
ripping
parents in the
fucking
stands
hotel.
that are just like, it's so one of us is just like
5 times in a row.
For the next song, Cliffs of Dover.
No, we tried. We did Sultans of Swing.
That's
we
good.
did Sultans of Swing, dude, and it was so bad. I said,
They like
no,
that
it wasn't
shit.
bad. Everyone played good, but I just couldn't. I had barely sung at that point. Anyways, I just sounded like some kind of like awful,
like Bob
like
Dylan more than
I
you did
sounded like
fucking-
some kind of worse version of Bob Dylan, if that's like at his lowest low. It was like,
That's what I am too.
it was
Yeah.
like,
Put the accent on there.
you know, and I was like, because you couldn't hear yourself, because it was just terrible. We had like the shittiest little PA that echoed across that whole gym, so it was just like.
We would have to ask the
It was
coaches
so bad,
to turn
dude.
down the music they were using to warm
They
up.
tried to like drown us out with some rap
bad.
music, like hype, and we were like, the principal would have to like walk over there and unplug the phone or whatever. Anyways, yeah. So that was our
What was your worst live experience?
ever in general.
general,
or,
yeah.
Randall's birthday party was kind of.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Cool at the end when the wind was blowing. But
I mean, we played.
I don't know. We never really played like a dumpster fire gig.
We played at the deli one time when we had no business at all, like even playing live.
We were
like
really
we practiced
confident.
like
we went in,
we
we're
practiced
like,
this
"Fuck it, we're
music
we did not rip it.
that we were supposed to be playing like
Yeah, I guess
3
that one was
times.
pretty bad.
But we had written it and recorded it and everything. Recorded it. That's like a very. We had thrown like I said, we had gone up there and compressed it, and we were like. Are we going to be famous? Probably. And anyways, for a class project when we were in college, because we went to ACM there in downtown OKC, and so like the very first semester we were there, or something like one of our classes was like, for your project, your end of semester project, like you need to do something really cool, whatever. And someone who was in another band had an idea to just like, oh, we'll do a show. I know the guy at the deli, whatever. So we were like, cool, we'll play with you guys. And then, it's like that classic, like, oh, that's like 4 months from now. Well, that's like 3 months from now. That's like 2 months from now. That's like, wow, 2 weeks, shit. And so then it was like, Aaron, should we practice? And we were like, we fucking just scrambled around. And like,
we almost had to use his dad.
I started that damn show with the microphone like I was facing the other way because I was like too nervous to move it. I was like, can I move the microphone? I was
Jim
like,
Morrison style.
I was like looking at the side of the stage. It was just so bad, man. That was like, from a personal perspective, that was really bad. I mean, it probably didn't sound like absolute dog shit, but it wasn't good in my own book. But like cover band, yeah, there was just pretty much any performance we ever did there, I could look back and say that was probably
The
awful.
cover band show was like the cringiest shit. The deli gig was the worst gig. But yeah.
You talking about the deli in Norman?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Our cover band played there once.
I've played that.
I know you have.
Grew up in
Yeah,
Norman.
no, I've been a bajillion times,
Yeah.
but we've played it. I don't know. We might have played it again since then, but yeah, that was like the most like, man, maybe I'm not cut out for this, but didn't let it keep me down. We continued to throw compressors on everything.
Good. I'm glad.
just better. in a better
Keep
way.
pressing.
Yeah.
What about you, man? That's kind of an interesting question. Do you guys, I mean, I guess any of you guys, do you have any, there are any like gigs you guys have played that have been like, this maybe isn't the thing I should be doing?
I have like
An ego death show.
a level of like Homer Simpson like accidents that have happened at just about every show. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
always bleeding or cutting or breaking things. I once spit on top of my own head
Impressive.
in front of a lot of
and
people.
you were like,
well,
what
so
is this?
in the band I was in at the time, I was also
Well,
the
the
lead
hang time on
singer.
the loogie.
So I had a really hard time like breathing, singing, swallowing, playing guitar, and I was like one of those.
it's
One
like
of those got to.
the basic thing.
Yeah, one of those has to go, and so like spitting because I gotta breathe.
Dude, you forget all your humanly functions when
Yeah.
you start doing that shit.
It was just I was maxed out.
He's
Like,
pissing, he's
maxed
shitting,
out.
he's just
so
spitting.
we was a stage where there was backline, so there's a bunch of gear behind us, so I couldn't like turn around and spit because I didn't want to spit on anybody's amp.
Okay.
And I didn't want to spit forward because I didn't want to spit on that lady that was standing right in front of me uncomfortably
crowd
the
wasn't
entire
into
time.
that?
So I was like, I'll just go right over my shoulder, like on the wall back there. What's wrong with my brain?
I think
So
I
I
see
did
where this
that,
is going.
and I guess I just put a little bit too much English on it, and I spit straight up, and then walked backwards like a cool guy, and it fell down right on the top of my
Is that
head.
a loogie on your head?
Yeah, and it had so much hang time, it was cold by the time it hit me. And that lady, I'll never forget that, and her friend and some dude right behind them all saw it happen and made the same face at the same exact time. I was like, oh, shit. In front of people, I was spit on top of my own head.
Is that what they did? They were like,
That's Pretty rock and roll.
Yeah,
actually.
I guess so. But then, like, I think of that, and I'm like, oh man, I have kids. I passed this down to them. Luckily, there wasn't like a really long interview with my wife because the red flags are just like, I gotta
You guys know
go.
the band Weed Eater?
No.
That dude does spit tricks.
Spit tricks?
Yeah, he'll do like spit tricks. They're like a stoner, like they're like a sludge metal.
So
band.
stand in the back?
Yeah. They're known for like really good shows. But the singer, he goes crazy.
Just spits everywhere.
Oh no, I think he doesn't like spit on people. He just
Oh.
does spits in himself. I think he like spits in his own mouth. And
It's
shit.
not like a
Yeah,
guar
like,
show.
it's kinda
It's like those. Oh man,
weird shit.
I love guar.
But apparently they're great shows. Like they're really loud. Is also a thing.
Dude, I just went to a guar show and I was really bummed because the shirt, I wore a guar shirt and it washed out all the blood.
Oh,
and
no.
I was, man, I thought maybe if I let it dry and then washed it.
Yeah,
it
you got to
would've
retire
really
them
blood.
after each
Yeah,
show.
you just gotta,
Yep. I'm a rookie. I didn't know.
Yeah, hang
I
'em from the
I didn't know
rafters.
that move.
Yeah.
From the rafters. This is my wall of guar.
Don't breathe heavy
I
by
just
it.
had like
Yeah,
7 really just fucking disgustingly sweaty, just red shirts. Yeah. Awesome.
We had a pretty good experience not long ago. I won't name names or anything, but we played a gig on a football field at night, and we were assured that everything was going to be great. There was going to be 1, lights, and 2, no sprinklers.
What?
Right?
Why does that assurance even need to be made?
You'd be surprised.
That is so
You'd be
gnarly.
surprised
Yeah.
until the
sprinklers come on.
until the sprinklers definitely came on.
Well,
In the-
you're been
In the middle of my other band set.
Yeah.
So,
The middle
so we
of
were
the
supposed to
set.
play, and then my other band, Fairweather Enemies, was opening, and the sprinklers came on in the middle of our set.
Jesus. Well, did anything awesome happen? Like someone get electrocuted? It was like, doing the Chevy Chase thing where they were like, bah, 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 making the.
So it was
No,
a,
it kind of all collapsed from the sprinklers. And
Yeah.
we were just like, hey, we're bye.
That is understandable.
We had people shielding our gear
Yeah.
from the water. Like there's like this
human
human
body
line that
shields.
just like formed.
Now that's metal.
It was pretty rock and roll. We didn't play a note, and they were willing to take it for us. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Bad. Okay, well, I'll look out for football field gigs in the future.
it was a Halloween show, I believe.
Yeah, I hadn't even shown up yet because I had something else going on, and so I walked up as it was happening.
As everyone was covered in copious amounts.
Yeah.
I think
Too
I
much
was like
water to be sweat.
I think I was like leading them into the
Yeah,
parking lot we
you
were
got a
at,
call.
and I got a phone call that the sprinklers have come on
Oh my god.
and my equipment's getting wet. So I'm wearing half of a chicken costume at this moment, and I go running.
Wait for it.
Wait. You have to explain that story when you're done.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I have the bottom half of the chicken costume, and I'm running like a chicken with his head cut off down to this.
Literally.
Boo. Get him out of here. Boo.
That's fine. You guys will be all right.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, it was.
Tar and feather that guy
I
right
forgot
now.
about that show.
Tar-
You know, when you
I do have
Dan, when
feathers.
you were telling that story, you said we played the gig. We left the gig.
Well, we have
Yeah.
a very similar
We didn't
story.
get to play.
I guess where we didn't play, where the little town Wellston here was having a little like shindig deal. They were having a little whatever fest,
Oh yeah, if we
and-
would have went through with that gig, that would have definitely been the worst gig.
They asked if we could play, and we said, sure, whatever. And that was our previous. Me and Aaron have kind of partnered on. We've been best buds since forever, so we've kind of partnered on every project we've had. But
Yeah.
that our previous iteration of
We get into
what is
stupid
now
shit.
Animal Mother was called Moses and the Long-Legged Emus, which was a
That's amazing.
With
was
the
a name.
umlauts
It was
and
a
the
name.
slash and the O's and shit.
Yeah,
There's-
yeah, we had a bunch
I know
of
the key
umlauts,
command
yeah.
to do the umlaut.
people
if you
did
guys
get
didn't
pissed.
know.
People were like,
Yeah,
There's
emus
too
don't
many-
have long legs. What's wrong with you?
no, they were like, there's too many umlaws. What are you guys doing? And
I
I was
don't
like,
know that- I didn't know that
weird
was a
hill to
thing.
die on, but okay.
Yeah.
But they
Who are you? Who are you?
But we
Tell me
went.
how many
They were
fucking
like, "Yeah,
umlauts to put on it.
you guys should play." And okay, cool. And it was like, are we gonna have a stage or like what? And they're like, "Yeah, we'll have a trailer and we'll have sound." And I was, okay, whatever. And
Yeah, the
so,
trailer.
man, we went down there the day of, a few hours, whatever, and the sound guy was just like a DJ that was just
He
playing
was
music,
pissed.
and
He
he
was
was
like,
like, "There's live music that's gonna be here," and we were like, "Yes, it's us," and he was like, "Fuck," and I was like, "Well, this isn't a good start." And then we were looking at the stage, and it's not even like a big ass gooseneck or anything. It's just like a little like car bumper pull like trailer that could fit like 3 people. And so I found the guy, and I was like, that
when we
was
first met
organizing it. Yeah, this is when we met Eric. Shout out to Eric. And cameraman 1.5, 1.5. And I found the guy that was organizing it, and I was like, hey man, where are we supposed to like put like the drums and also all of our amps and like, and he was like, well, I figured you just put that on the ground in front. And I'm like, what kind of band you think this is, buddy? The drummer goes in front? No way. We're out. We cancel it right there. But had we gone through with it, that definitely would have been like the worst thing ever.
Bad.
That would have been really
People
bad.
would've been
Like,
people would've
no
been offended.
PA. So I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe we would have just rigged the shit out of it and plugged right into an amp.
Yep.
Just I don't know.
Just go old school.
Nightmare.
One mic. Everyone's renting one mic.
It's funny how many hoops venues expect you to jump through for no money.
It's funny. I mean, it's really infuriating.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
in
yeah.
a way, because it's just like, dude, if you guys just would provide the basic shit, we'd be totally cool. Like, but like, damn, I got to have something to sing into. Jesus.
Yeah, microphones don't just microphone.
I guess not.
We had like 3 vocals.
You'd be surprised,
and
I
shit,
guess,
and
who
only had,
thinks that they
They
do.
only had 1 vocal. Like the guy had like 4 inputs on his board. And shit, it was bad.
Yeah, it was
sucked.
gnarly. In that same vein of absolutely gnarly. No, we didn't get covered in. We didn't have a human shield, so
Our
that,
drummer at the time, I mean, as soon as we pulled up, he saw it. He was like, fuck this. No.
he's like, no, we're not doing
shit.
this. The whole time I was like,
We were
oh,
like,
settle
all right,
down, man.
Brian,
Let's
all right, calm down.
let's.
Let's-
He's like,
yeah.
no.
Let's
We're
see
not
what's
doing
going
this.
on here. He was like, I'm not fucking doing this. We're like, okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
I guess we were already out before we were even in.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Shit does happen.
There was power at least though.
Barely.
I think
There was
so.
some.
I mean, I don't know if there was any
Actually,
on stage.
I don't think
but-
there was.
That's what I'm
any.
trying to think. I've played on a trailer before out in the boonies, and it was we had to use a generator,
I have.
which is hilarious
we
because you
have
have to be
done that.
louder than the generator. You
We-
know,
we-
Yes,
used 2
you've got to
generators.
like get
Yeah.
really long extension cords and put that generator way in the back.
I
that's
played
what-
There you
on,
go.
on
That's
a
smart.
moving
Okay.
trailer
there you go.
Yeah.
during a homecoming parade in Del City.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was 14 or 15.
Were you hitting the "She's so high above me"? That
No.
that as you were driving through or whatever.
I'm much older than that song, so no.
You were doing the Joker, so the Prince Joker song.
This was like 1996.
Bad Dance or
yeah,
whatever.
bad,
the bad
yeah,
dance.
You got it.
I was also on mushrooms that day, and that was a strange experience.
Joel, you're just the gift that keeps on giving,
I
man.
say yes too much.
What?
Just like
Tell me
any,
less.
any intrusive thought is like, all right, let's see where this goes.
You say
Let's
no
ride
to
this wave.
Jason all the time.
Yeah, it's because I like to ignore people too. It's a
Yeah,
duality.
we've been
the
through this.
dichotomy
Remember,
there.
they talked to him.
Yeah, through
Or
me.
talk through
Yeah.
I
him.
need
Yeah.
to be told no. To be honest.
I did wish for a long time that I had a bad idea fairy. Somebody that would sit right there on my shoulder and be like, hey, shh. No. That thing you're about to do, don't do that.
Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
It's
just doesn't
probably
listen.
good we didn't.
I wouldn't listen, yeah.
It's probably good we didn't hang out until recently because we would have been bad influences on
Yeah.
each other.
We
So I
would
was,
have been in jail.
yeah.
Wait till we go on tour.
Oh, speaking of, do you guys have plans to do that?
One day maybe.
Yeah, maybe like if
What's
the Foo Fighters call.
All right, Dave, you
Yeah.
heard him. What are the plans for the Burn Notice
Get
in the
a
future?
like an album or EP recorded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
Where do you guys have a place you prefer to record at, or you kind of do it at
yes
home?
and
or-
no. We're kind of doing it on our own. And then we're about to record vocals on one of the songs. And we have access to a studio for that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I also know a guy who has a
Yeah,
studio.
I,
so if you-
allegedly. I mean, I guess
Does he have any
Look as he
compressors?
looks around. I swear we sound better than we look.
We actually only specialize in video.
Yeah.
Everything else is for like show. It doesn't work.
Yeah. We have the entire the entire board over here. It's just like lights up and none
They're
of
all
it
just
actually
cigarette
works.
lighters.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just a shit ton
Classic.
of cigarette lighters.
Yeah. So get something recorded and get
get
it
something
out.
recorded, get it out, and then we'll play around the state, and then maybe a couple shows out of state, but nothing,
right on.
nothing too taxing on.
Do you guys have like a favorite venue in general you like to play?
It was the speakeasy.
I'm sorry, Brittany. I'll
but
get to you.
No, you're good.
The sound got.
Yeah, the speakeasy is fun when people are there and the sound guy cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, important criteria for
Yeah,
sure.
the contextuality of it makes it
kind of hard.
It's quantum state of being awesome and truly terrible.
Yeah,
Are rough.
there's quite the spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was that place we played where everybody was singing along somehow?
That was Opolis.
Okay, that was a lot of fun.
Opolis was fun.
That was a
Opolis
blast.
is awesome.
Everybody just like kept screaming "Hey" at the right time.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we don't know who these people are, but
Hell yeah.
they're drunk enough to like us.
Well, what's his name from? Actually, I have his poster up here somewhere. Who was it? Locust Grove. The guitarist from Locust Grove was at that show.
Oh,
And
very
He
cool.
led the chant for the crowd.
Oh, okay.
So we
Thanks,
owe
dude.
him the.
Oh, are you talking about what's his name? Zane?
Zane?
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Zane.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's fantastic.
I also burped in the microphone a lot that night too.
You did.
Very nice. A staple.
Yeah,
Now
I
I could pick you out from a no face only microphone lineup.
Right, yeah, the guy that's burping.
Yeah,
that's
just leave
Joel.
it there long
Yeah.
enough.
That mic was all like rested afterwards.
I bring my own.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Well, that's very mindful of you.
especially during cold and flu season. You
You
can't
might
be too
want to
careful.
You might want to burn this one though.
Yeah, this is the last.
This
time.
is gone.
Yeah.
This
There,
is
there are
fun.
some pretty nasty ass mics.
Oh,
I
dude,
think.
Red Brick. That mic looks like it has been shoved in someone's
We
ass.
might bring our own mic next time.
When I played there like an acoustic show once, and
Yeah.
I was glad that I brought
Looks
my
like
own.
they
Dude,
use
for
it as like
real.
a toilet cleaner.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're like, hey, let's go scrape this fucking gum off the window with this mic.
Yeah, they're trying to they're trying to get down, I don't know, like a bird's nest or something. They just keep repeatedly throwing it at the bird. Like it's just the whole cage is completely
It's the
dented in and
impromptu
fucked.
hammer of the venue.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
They use it for their karaoke. I'm pretty sure their karaoke night.
That is
God,
some
can you
brutal
imagine how
karaoke.
many
Yeah, that's
people have
rough.
farted
Yeah.
out?
Someone's tried to eat that
Yeah.
thing.
Acid liquor burps in
That
that
is
mic.
fucked up, dude.
Doing some Iggy Pop songs.
I don't know, man, but that is like some Henry Rollins type.
Did you
like,
sing through that?
They're beating the shit out of each
Real
other
aggression.
or something.
Did you sing through that?
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a mic with me. I didn't think about it, and it was.
Hope you got.
I
take
might
a
have
shot.
hepatitis or something. I don't know.
Don't
Did I
we
do
all?
something? Well, all right. Well, any other shows or plans in the near future?
We play on April 26th at the venue.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the venue,
yeah.
They have their 2-year anniversary.
Oh, very cool.
Show, so we're playing that.
We go on at 5. That's all I remember.
Was it 5 or 6?
It's 5.
Or
It's 5
6.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
we,
Do
got,
not ask Joel.
we got moved to 5.
I took off the whole day, so we're good.
And of course, like everyone
no
else,
sprinklers at the
we're-
venue.
We're waiting on.
We'll find out.
You never know.
Yeah, we're waiting for Norman Music Festival. There's always like last.
Oh
minute
yeah,
slots
a week,
and then-
2 weeks out.
Yeah.
All those smaller ones are like, hey, can you guys play at 3 p.m. on Thursday?
I think last year it was
Yeah.
like, hey, can you guys play in 2 hours?
Yeah.
God
no,
damn.
we can't.
No. Well, yeah. Well, we'll see. I guess. I guess
Yeah.
I'll be looking for that schedule to come out, and I'll see where you guys end up. I think Animal Mother's in the same boat. We kind of like. I bet Mark from Red Brick will. That was about what happened the past 2 years. It
Yeah.
was about a week and a half, and I was like, "Are we gonna play? Hey, Mark, are we gonna play?" And he was like, "Yes. How about Saturday at 6?" Well, we got a pretty good spot.
We got lucky this time.
So
Great spot. Bad mics.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
last
Definitely
year that
bring
was
your
also
mics.
when the tornado came through and everybody evacuated. But
Yeah.
they were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"We're not
Yeah.
evacuating," and we were the only one playing. We're like, "Fuck
Yeah.
yeah!"
No,
roll
there
with
was
it.
the bartender was like, Mark, can I go home? You know, whatever. And we were just like, like hell yeah. And then-
Oh, we were down the street.
Yeah,
at the,
we were at the
up.
Up Together venue
Yeah.
oh, very
because
cool.
On
they
the
still
other
had
side of-
stuff going
Oh yeah,
on.
yeah. Very cool. Okay, well we'll look for you for at the big NMF. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the venue. Very cool. You guys got what are your socials? What's all that good stuff?
Burn Notice Music on Instagram. Is that right?
I don't know. I mean, my phone's
Yeah.
here. I guess we can.
Yeah.
You guys on Red Note yet?
Not
I'm
on
just
Red
playing.
Note.
It's the
No.
it's the like Chinese version
Yeah,
of
it's a
TikTok
Chinese
that
version
everyone
of it.
like hopped on when TikTok was gone for like 2 days.
I
or
hopped on
whatever.
for like a minute, and I'm like, this is
Burn-
just to
Yeah.
see what the hell it was.
yeah.
Yeah, we're Burn Notice Music on Instagram, and we are on Facebook as well.
I've been talking about trying to get
Yeah,
our TikTok
Facebook.
started,
Yeah.
like going.
We
to-
have a TikTok started.
You know
But
what
I'm
the
gonna,
fun
like,
thing about
start
TikTok
posting.
is that it's really easy to make just really stupid videos because
Yeah.
they have all the templates and everything. You know, there's one
yeah,
on.
we're good at that.
Yeah,
Dude, there's-
fortunately, that's the only quality video we can produce.
Yeah, I mean, I use like I really love the Indian ones where it's like 3 Indian dudes just like walking in slow mo
Yeah.
or something, and it's it's like don't fuck with me, and then it'll like a helicopter like fake crashes on them, and then it'll just be like our poster or show poster behind it or something. Yeah,
Tommy, write that down.
I use those too much. I use those too much.
I have to do a lot of social media stuff for my work because I'm a
gotcha.
hairstylist, and so yeah, I mess with TikTok a little bit. But
Plug in your.
oh,
Yeah,
my hair Instagram and TikTok is girly with the green hair. It's girly with the Y.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it is green hair.
I know.
I don't know if it'll show up on how good a camera.
Increase the
Oh yeah, it's very
contrast.
green on the
Yeah,
camera. Never mind.
yeah.
We're good.
It's been green for 11 years, so the name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so people, it's TM'd at this point.
Yeah.
It'd be funnier if like you changed your hair color.
I know.
They're like, we're looking for the girly with the green hair. Like, I'm here.
Big deal.
I'm cutting it.
My friend's been trying to convince me to color it brown. I'm not going to. Not going to do
I
that.
don't know. I think the green hair suits you.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, fantastic. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys for performing, sitting through our bullshit on the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yes, thank you
and
very much.
love to
Thanks.
have you again once you get onto the next
Set of songs.
era. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to Taylor Swift you too much,
It's
but you know.
it's epic. Next
Yeah,
epic.
The next epic, the epoch
Yeah.
of Burn Notice. Yeah, hell yeah. All right, this is Dylan, and that's Aaron. I always speak for him at the end, and
Thank
I
you.
don't know if he likes it or not, but he hasn't told me that he doesn't. So that's Aaron signing off too.